Good morning, YouTubers. On this wonderful, beautiful, sunny morning. Actually, see how wet it is? It just had rained maybe 15, 20 minutes, and the sun popped right out after rain came through. That's the way it is in the dry season here in the Philippines. This is Mindanao, in the deep jungle. I'm not in a city. You know, if you like just looking at big tall buildings and concrete and pavement streets and stuff, that's, more power to you. But I prefer to go into the jungle, into the wilderness, into the areas of the world that God made that's still available. That's why the ecosystem's still intact here. No bugs. Why? Because there's plenty of birds and bats and frogs and toads and all the things that eat these bugs. They come out in big hatches. Once in a while you get a big hatch of bugs, and the ecosystem is balanced here because it hasn't been destroyed by human hands and human chemicals. And it's great to live in a place like that because it's reality. It's the way it should be. Because even my brother lives in Luzon, the northern state of the Philippines, where the capital Mindanao is, and they've clear cutted the jungles on that island to such an extent that they have droughts. I mean, I've been talking to my brother his last 3-4 months, and that's during the wet season, and they have absolutely no rain, very very little rain, and it's so dry. The dust is everywhere. It's just and that's not a normal ecosystem. And that's because they'll clear cut and burn, burn it all, and then they turn a lot of that area, which used to be jungle, into rice fields or agricultural areas. But on a smaller island surrounded by ocean, you start doing that too much, and you will destroy the entire ecosystem of the island. And that's what's happened in Luzon. But here in Mindanao, still very, very undeveloped. Well, I'm sure in years to come they'll probably try to do the same thing here. But the only thing with here is that it's so mountainous that it's hard to find flat ground, which detours any burning for agriculture, trying to turn it into agricultural. So that's a good thing. But I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. Well, let me have a drink of tea here first. Yeah, all you guys looking at YouTube every day, just like I do. Not every day, but most days. Especially when you got a channel, pretty much every day, I guess. I've only been doing this channel for a little less than 3 weeks. And, I mean, I see it every day. The clickbait. I think it's almost criminal. I think it's total deception. The clickbait that's on YouTube, people trying to get you to watch their channel or subscribe. There's a lot of good, honest channels out there, but boy, you see a lot of this. Oh, earn $100 a day, earn $500 a day. When I ever see that, earn 500 a day, or look at how much my channel is blown up and now I make $1 million per year and all that stuff, that's criminal clickbait as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's like trying to get you to want to do the same thing they're doing to get rich. Whatever. It's kind of sad. These guys, Yeah. It's a, some of these, I've just clicked on their channels just to see what they're doing, and they're con artists big time, man. I don't think that should be your number one motivation for having a channel on YouTube. I think your number one motivation should be you want to share your life with others, and maybe they will receive some information that they want to know, right? And don't get me wrong, the best information for your own knowledge is to read. Read the laws, read the country's constitution, read, that's reading, research for reading what the real law is and how the system really works. That's your best bet in life to protect yourself. But people are lazy mostly, right? They just want to listen to someone else say something that they don't even read the description, then they'll go on to the next thing, right? That's just the way it is. It's human nature. We'll do the easiest thing possible every single day in every way we want, right? And that's why people click on this clickbait so much, is because they want easy money. It's human nature. I mean, I understand it, but have a clue on that, because you're not going to get rich. You might get lucky, but you're not going to get lucky wanting to get rich easy. The way you're going to make it and be successful is hard work, and not even worrying about the money, not even looking at the money. All you want to do is work your hardest to what you think is right in your heart and your soul, and trying to give information to people that they're going to use to benefit, so they can benefit for themselves and their family. Not clickbait. Oh, I'm going to make $1,000 a day, $100 a day, whatever it is. Yeah, good luck with that. And that's great for people that can do that. But if you do it in a deceptive way, what does that say about you? You know what I mean? What does it say about these guys that are putting these, oh, I make $500 a day on, and I can show you how to do it. It's so easy for small channels. You know why they say, oh, I can make it so easy for you for small channels? Because there's millions of small channels out there, and that's how they get them to click, right? Because they're just starting out, or they hardly have any views, or they hardly have any subs, and they're not desperate, but they want it to move faster, because this whole world is, oh, I want to get rich fast, quick, right? So just be aware of that. There's so many scam artists out there that put those thumbnails up on their videos, and it's the ones with the huge high views and the high subs that are, they put this clickbait on there to entice you to click, which I know that's partially of what the strategy is, but that's all they're focusing on. And then they give you some regurgitated information that they got from the other con artist that's doing the same thing on the next channel. So yeah, be careful. Wash these guys out. They're not going to help you in the end. They're just trying to entice you to click their channel, and the information they're giving you is not going to make your channel blow up. I mean, what make your channel blow up is honest, being just an honest, good person with mutual respect back and forth, right? You're just going to tell people, what you're doing, and hopefully the information you get from them is going to help you out. That's the key right there. That's all I'm going to say about that. Just do the best you can, and try to be honest with your thumbnails. You can say enticing things, but not this, oh, make 500 a day and all that. That's, enticing people with a false sense of they're going to get rich quick. So I hope you all got a clue on that. Anyway, this is the day, it's Saturday, the day before Easter. Yesterday we had 10 or 15 swimmers in the old Golden Palace swimming pool. And tomorrow, Sunday, we're already booked for over 70 swimmers. So it'll be a big day tomorrow. So today I'll spend a little more time, making sure the condition of the pool is just right, making sure it's extra clean. And we're all this deck area, all the way around the pool, we hit that with Zondrox, which is a bleach solution, maybe 20% to water bleach, and we mop all this pretty much every day, especially after you have swimmers. We'll do a great mopping, especially in the function hall also, the same thing. And then I'll add more chlorine to the pool if needed. I put some here. There's enough in there for now. And then my floaty, I'll put additional chlorine in that. And then I'll circulate the pool and filter it out real good. And then it'll all be ready for the guests coming tomorrow. So yeah, they'll have a good time. They had a great time yesterday. They sang karaoke for a while and swam most of the day. They got here like 11:30 and they stayed till almost 4 o'clock. And that's our day session, is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a 6-hour session, and the donation per person is the minimum suggested donation. You can always donate more if you want, but hardly anyone ever does, obviously, is 99 pesos. Very, very cheap. And it's a great, great time. I mean, I think with four of the 15 people yesterday were small toddlers, children, and everyone's the same donation. So it's very cheap. I think in the U.S. that's under $2 a piece for 6 hours of swimming. Yeah, it's super. We don't do this, honestly, to make a ton of money, because we're never going to at that price. We're just providing a service to the communities, and because it's a great family bonding time for them. And with the tiny donations that we get, pay for the maintenance and the chlorine and the filter replacements and stuff like that. That's about it. So yeah, it's a great deal for the community. And it's the same thing with our Sorry store. We got it closed right now because we don't have help today, but we'll open it in about another hour. But yeah, even the Sorry store there, that thing makes what is it? It's basically the same thing as this pool. It's a community service because we have refrigeration and freezer. We sell ice. We sell any little convenience things that the community needs, and it's available. But it's very tiny. We make anywhere from 1 to 10 pesos per product that we sell, depending on what it is for a resale. Very tiny. Very tiny. But it's a good service. That's the key of getting to where you can spend all your time every day with your family. Seriously. Every day with your children. It's about having a family business, or a mom and pops is what we call it. And it's just a family says, hey, let's do this and try to make some money. The Philippines, the biggest entrepreneurs I've ever seen in my entire life, no matter where I've ever gone, is the Philippines. They set up little stands along the road, sell fruit, sell vegetables, sell anything that they can think of, right? And that's what people do. And why? Because they can stay with their family. Their children can stay with the mother all the time. And they're never going to get rich. But you know what? It's a living. And what's more important to them is they're with their children all the time. You know what I mean? And that's what's so wonderful about it. And that's what I think it was meant to be, is father and mother and children together. You know, either work the farm together, work a business together, whatever it takes. Don't go off in Never Never Land and just send money back. I know that's what a lot of Filipinos do, and you know what? It's a great thing. Maybe if you're in an emergency situation, you have to do it. Everyone has different circumstances, of course, but you know, you're all those years you're gone. You're missing. You know, you're missing your children. You're missing your husband. You're missing your family. And what really good, I mean, it's money, right? It boosts you for a while. It all goes away eventually anyways. When you die, you can't take it with you. You can inherit it to your children, which is cool. You know, to give them a little bit of a boost in life. But for the most part, all that inheritance stuff, it all gets blown, it all gets wasted. So this is one of the 2 cats we have here, and my dog Rosie won't touch these 2 cats because she don't kill anymore. She's done killing. She got to a certain age, it was like around 9.5 years old, and she said, okay, I'm done killing stuff. You know, I'm just gonna make friends now. So she hasn't killed anything for 2 years now. You know, she's kind of old. She just lazes around and eats pretty much now. But yeah, those cats though, they're awesome. I mean, if you're ever, especially in the province, but that's in the city too, it's the same deal, right? There's rats everywhere in the world. And if you have a good cat, and you know what, some of the best cats I've ever seen in my life for catching rats, because you know what, the owners don't spend tons of money giving them food. No, the owners will give them a little bit of leftover rice maybe that they have. You know, once in a while they'll get hungry, but most of the time they ain't hungry. You know why? They're out at night, all night long, prowling for rats. And you know what? We've had dead carcasses of rats that they've caught lots of different times. You know, I'll hear a rat, sometimes it'll get in the attic of the house. I might hear it for 1 or 2 nights, then that's it. Then that rat has to move out and try to find food, and our cats will take them out in a heartbeat. Yeah, 2 cats, that's the way to go, to have 2. And then for your dog protection, I would have a minimum of 1 dog, and you should actually have 2. But Philippine dogs are way different than Western dogs. Remember that too. You know, my dog is super trained, and I spent lots of time training it. Dogs here, they run wild pretty much. But you know what? They stay mostly close to the house. They'll go to the neighbors and stuff around like that, but they won't go too far. But they bark like hell all the time. If there's someone coming by where they don't know the person, or the person walking by has their dogs with them, then that's when dog fights start. And oh yeah, that's just the way it is in the Philippines. That's just the way it is. So you got to get used to that, which is really no big deal. I'm immune to a lot of that now. I'm like my dog Rosie, you know. Yeah, I was fighting mad about so many things, but not anymore. It ain't worth it. Well, beautiful day. I'll let you guys go. Have a good one. Take care. So long.